Good evening, each and every one of you. Welcome all to our meditation session. So, Tuesday has become an important day in our week that we plan to come in the evening and then have this time together, and then and spend a time of growth. Uh, so, in order for us to grow, we need some kind of retreat to grow. We cannot grow while we are acting. We cannot grow while we are really performing and functioning. We need some kind of break, some kind of retreat to kind of heal and grow. So coming together and then uh, being away from what is happening over there is a kind of opportunity for us to reflect and then learn skills and grow. So here actually we practice mainly two types of meditation, as you know, loving kindness meditation, and the other one is breathing, yeah, mindfulness on breathing meditation. So I thought that maybe today that we will learn a little bit more about the breathing meditation and mainly how we can use that breathing meditation when we are not meditating, when you're outside. I think even in the quote that you got, has that the meaning that sometimes we sigh, right? It's a sign that we kind of something is going on in us, and then kind of we want some kind of release. But it happens more like a body is kind of prompting for us to do that, and we then we sigh, right? But with that sigh, there's also kind of relaxation. But actually, we can use it more purposefully to kind of bring more clarity to any situation and also release some of the burdens. Because breath is one of the most important vital functions in us, because breath plays a lot of roles. In one hand, breath is an indicator. Is an indicator of the state of our body and state of our mind. Because when you are tired, you have one kind of breathing pattern. When you are sad, upset, you have another type of breathing pattern. When you're excited and happy, you have another type of breathing pattern. So it's kind of changes based on our emotional state, but it also changes based on our bodily state. So when we pay attention to our breath, we can feel different lengths of breathing based on our bodily condition and also our mental condition. So if you really want to know, am I really calm? Am I really agitated? Whatever. Best thing is like, okay, go to your breath and notice what is the nature of it. Sometimes we may feel like it's calm, nothing is happening, everything is quiet, but when you observe the breath, if it is like short, that means that there's still something going on in our mind. We are not really fully relaxed. So breath can be an indicator of our bodily and mental state. But at the same time, it's not only an indicator. That's the interesting thing. It's not only an indicator. Because we can also use our breath to change both bodily and mental states. That's the wonderful thing about it. Because breath is an autonomic function, but at the same time, breath is the only autonomic function in the body that if you want, we can intervene, we can change, right? We cannot really, intervene our heartbeat that much, directly. We cannot intervene our digestive process. We cannot intervene so many other autonomic processes happening in us. But the breath, we can intervene if you want. It will happen automatically when you're not paying attention. But if you want, we can purposely take long breaths, and we can stop breathing for a while. We can hold our breaths, and we can have different patterns. We can exercise with different patterns. In yogic tradition, we have all the pranayama, different styles of breathing. So we can introduce all these changes. So because we can change our breathing, and because breathing is so connected with our body and mental state, when you change the breath, it will change the bodily and mental states too. So interesting access for us to like change our body and mental state, very quickly. Of course, although we cannot, change our, heartbeat directly, we can do it through our breath. Right? By changing the breath, eventually we can also change the rate of the heartbeat too. So, so therefore, uh, we can actually use this, this breath as a way to. Um, one thing is like one way is like it's first is like kind of release kind of burdens that we are going through, and the other one is actually even the break the cycle of our thoughts. We can use the breath to do that. But the issue is that whether we remember to do it. That's the problem. We have this important tool. We have this important tool, which is the breath. But let's say we are going through some kind of strong emotions, maybe heavy emotions. Like something has happened to someone that we love. Or maybe things are not going in the way that we expected. Kind of sadness or disappointment, whatever heavy emotions. So the problem is that we need to address those things, but we spend more time on thinking about these things without really acting. Right? So we spend so many hours of thinking about it, and the more we think about it, and the heavy we feel, our emotions getting heavy, and we are not happy. We are in pain. But we can in such situation, if you remember this important tool of the breath, we can use our breath like purposely taking long, deep breaths, at least 3 breaths. Yeah, take a moment, just like you drink a cup of glass, I mean, a glass of water. Once in a while, you need some glass of water. Right? In the same way, just have your breathing time, like the time to breathe. Like time, like purposely take long few breaths. The moment like take purposefully like take long breath. Usually, we even say that you take like we can even count. Like you can take like a 3 count of in breath, like 1, 2, 3. If you want, you can even expand that, and then make sure that your out breath. The best way to like release the burden and feel complete relaxation of the body and the mind is to make sure that your out breath is little longer than your in breath, because the magic happens in the out breath. When it comes to relaxing and releasing the body, even actually our brain notice the length of our out breath, and it decides whether it is time to like get excited to get ready to not fight, or get ready to like do something, or get ready to like relax. So if you purposely have longer out breaths, it will set whole different function in the body and help us to relax. So sometimes if you are going through such hard times, of course you need to address them and solve them, and talk to those people and do something about it. But problem is that before we do it, even after we do something about it, but still we keep thinking about it, and then that's not really helping. But just we cannot really get rid of this, right? The first we need to get rid of the first we need to like release ourselves from the emotional burdens. The best way to do it, like take at least 3 long breaths.
Yes, Bhante. If someone has an ability to keep their mind when they are counting up to 10,
Mm-hmm.
I think that person has a good capacity, good ability to concentrate their mind. Normally, it is difficult.
I mean, count to 10 without stopping in the middle,
Yeah, without disturbing, without
forgetting.
and going our mind to another thoughts. So if someone can count continuously, thoughts are not arising in the
You mean
mind.
counting the breath or
Yeah,
counting the
breath.
breath?
Yeah. If someone can, I think he or she is in a good state of mind.
Mind. So, but they're saying that, even we can pay attention to breath and then keep counting the breath and just keep focus for 10 breaths. And that already helped, right, Bhante? Yeah. So, Bhante, what about like when we have all kind of unnecessary thoughts arising in us? We don't want to think about it, but it's still, the things come to our mind. How we can use our breath to stop that?
Yes, we have to definitely focus our mind to breath, definitely.
Yeah.
So when we are paying our attention to breath, other thoughts are going to be forget.
Yeah, because mind, when we give a task to our mind, it has no space for other thoughts.
Otherwise, we cannot stop thoughts. We
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah.
We need an aim to keep our mind.
Yeah. We need to give some job to our mind, right? So we, so if you give some job to your mind doesn't have time to worry and bother about things happening. So the best job we can give to our mind is to observe the breath, right? Yeah. Actually, it is, this is our habit, our tendency, our habit is like, like indulge in the thoughts. And it's like virtual reality. The more we think about something, the more we are going away from the reality. The more we think about something, the more we are going away from the reality. People think that more we think, we realize it, but not really. Of course, the rationalizing reasoning has a role, but more we think, more we think about something like in a normal way, not really a trained way, but a normal way, the more we are going away from the situation. And I mean, I'm thinking about like even like simple situation, like when the more we think about a person, the more we are going away from the actual person. The more we think, we add and add and add and paint it, color it. We have going away and away from the real person. So, so best. So this is our tendency. I mean, we indulge in this, in thoughts. But the breath is a very important tool that we can actually come to the sensations, the reality, the sensation of the body, and what is really happening here. So the best way to break the cycle of our thoughts is to come to the breath. Come to the breath. So take few long breaths once in a while. That can release so much of heaviness, so much of things from our mind. At the same time, it can also break our cycle of thought. Then we can, once we break the cycle of thought, then we can think about something else, or maybe think about the same thing but with more control, not simply like uncontrolled, mind way. So breath is a friend, real friend. We have ignored it, but we can utilize it. So when you are doing our breathing meditation, we pay attention to the breath, we become familiar with all the sensations, we recognize it. So in the meditation session itself, we can keep bringing our attention back to the breath again and again and again, again, and as a result, our body, our mind will be calm and settled and serene, and we will go to a whole different level of our experience, different level of being, which is healing, which is really healing and nice. But but the training that we develop by doing that is this familiarity with our breath, the familiarity with the breath, like really, and then and then it becomes easier for us at a later time when we are going through really heavy emotions, when our thoughts are bothering us. You are familiar with this breath. We have to pay attention when you want to like really feel the breath. If purpose to take deep few breaths, and then and make sure that your out breath is a little longer than the in breath. It really activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That really makes everything calm and serene for you. And that is why even in the meditation we try to like relax our body with our, like taking deep few breaths. Right? Yeah. I'll just share with you one recent experience with you. I had the MRI recently because I was having this shoulder pain. So they and then in the MRI you are put into a tube, right? It's not a very pleasant thing to do, right? So so I was looking at a nice image, appearing on the wall, and then slowly when you're going in, you're really going into a tube. It can be like uncomfortable. The soon after I start to feel some this uncomfortable, like it's like really in a narrow space. I will be there and then I had to be there for some time. So the what so if I keep thinking about it, if I let my mind like wander and have all these imaginations, and I may be pressing that images a few times, right? So instead, what I really did was actually, yeah, I used my breath. This is the best time. And best time. It's very easy to feel the breath. It's all enclosed and no disturbances. Because there was some familiarity with my breath, I was really able to like feel the breath and even take long deep in breaths and help my body to relax. And then and then start observing and the breath, and then few times actually they asked me, are you okay, are you okay? I had to answer. So then when I came out, they said that we rarely see any movement in you. We were worried what's happening there. As I was meditating there. So that's the benefit of being familiar with this the breath and sensation, because you can be in the present moment, and you can, even it's an uncomfortable difficult situation, you just can come to your breath and just be with it, and you're in real moment, in real time, not in imaginary thoughts, in real time, and you can be comfortable with that state, whether it's like surrounding is unpleasant and not comfortable. The once you become familiar with the breath and observe the breath and adjust with it and flow with it, you can become comfortable at any time, even inside of a MRI machine. Right. So that's the so let us use our just try to be familiar with this, and then remember to have few times in a day to take long, deep, few in breaths. It's healing, it's releasing the burden, and also it's breaking the cycle of thoughts that we sometimes indulge unnecessarily. Okay, let's start our practice then. Okay, you will come to our body. Try to bring more awareness to our body. The more we are in the body, it helps us to be in the present moment and relax and feel calm. So try to adjust the weight of your body. Try to feel the weight of your body in both feet. Make sure that your feet are a little bit apart. You can feel the weight of the body in your both feet. And relax your hands. And just take a moment to feel the heels, how exactly these feet are touching the ground. And you can even go to the front part of the feet and feel the sensation over there. which part of the front feet are touching the floor now. And see whether you feel any of your toes inside your socks or outside. When you see your main key toe or the other toes, just go around there mentally and feel whatever toe is touching the socks, the ground. Very good. With this awareness of the feet, let us acknowledge that I'm standing right here. And the weight of my body is gently flowing through my feet. My hands are hanging themselves. I'm calmly standing. And just be with your body, with this acknowledgement of the posture. With this awareness of the body, let us do some movements of the body to bring more awareness. So you can keep your eyes open, and we will move our hands along with our breath. Release the breath completely from your lungs, and when you take the next in-breath, let us slowly raise our palms to the front. Breathe out, let us spread our hands to the sides. Breathe in, let us bring our hands all the way up. Breathe out, we will gently come down, observing the sensation of the arms, the palms, and everything. Just relax and feel the sensation. Let's do it again another time. Breathing into the front. Breathing out to the side. Breathing in out. Breathing out, gently coming down, feeling all the sensations there. Let's do one more round of that. Breathing into the front. Breathing out to the side. Breathing in out. Breathing out, gently coming down. Relax. Let the hands hang by themselves. Take a moment to observe the sensations arising in your arms, in your palms, and even in the tips of your fingers. Just feel them. Let us be in our body with acceptance, with comfort. Let's just be in the body, nowhere else but right here in our body. Let us do the other movement again. Opening our eyes, this time we will raise our right hand without breathing in. When you're breathing in, again raise your right hand all the way up. And let us, when we breathe out, bend to the opposite direction, to the left direction, giving a nice bend, the hand above the head. Release the air. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, gently go down. Feel the relaxation. Breathing into the middle. Breathe out, go back again, give a nice bend. Feel the stretch. Breathing into the middle. This time when you breathe out, let us bring our hands gently down. Releasing the air, moving, bringing the hand down. Relax. Let's do the same to the other hand. This time we will raise our left hand. Breathing in, raise your left hand all the way up. Breathe out, let's bend to the opposite direction, to the right direction this time. Stretching. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, going back again. Feel the stretch. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathe out, let's go back again. Just notice all the sensation you can feel in the rib area, in the arms area. Breathing into the middle. Breathe out, let's gently bring down the arm. Relax. And now let us again relax our both arms. Take a moment to observe. And let us closely observe very subtle sensations that are available in our body. It's a tuning of the mind to catch all these subtle sensations. There can be some residual sensations of a stretch in your rib areas, in your back. Just go around those areas and see whether there's some sensations over there. And feel them. And have more awareness of the body. Feeling the back, feeling the sides, feeling the hands, being aware of the basic outline of this body. Let us be in our body. With the awareness of the body, let us now gently sit down for our meditation. Trying to maintain the awareness of the body even when you move, even when you sit down. Adjust your body. Let this body sit here as stable as possible, as relaxed as possible. Keep your upper body upright, your chin straight, somewhat parallel to the earth. Your shoulders are relaxed. Although our upper body is straight or upright, we just drop our shoulders from the sides. With this relaxed posture, let us listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant. Let us be with our body. We can still have the awareness of the body, where this body is touching now. Feel the touch sensation with the chair, and feel other parts of the body where you feel your clothes. And just keep moving to different parts of the body and acknowledge different sensations in each part. Throughout the bell and the chant, stay within your body.
සංසාර සාරෝග විනීත නිසං සංනීත සාතං සුචිසාරදීසං සන්ධීරකං සොන්න තනූපලාසං සංලාප දේසින් පනමේ බිසාසං
Let us be with our body and allow this body to completely relax and release. With this awareness of the body, we can further allow this body to relax and release. This is a good time to give an opportunity, a chance to this body, all the muscles in the body to completely relax and release. We can lengthen our breath a little bit, and in our out breath, we can allow our chest to relax and drop. In our next long breath, when you are breathing out, we can allow our belly to drop and relax. If you have any tightness, any discomfort in any parts of the body, bring your whole attention to that part. And when you are breathing out, purposely allow that area to open up, relax, and release. In this relaxed body, we will now gently take a moment to observe our mind. We will let this body to calm down and relax, and we will bring our whole attention to our mind. We will simply watch. What are the thoughts or memories that are surfacing in our mind right now? Let us have open awareness and let us be curious. What would be the next thought? What would come to my mind right now? With that openness and curiosity, Let us observe our mind for a moment without developing any of these thoughts occurring, but simply noticing them one after the other. Various thoughts keep popping up, memories, our concerns, all kinds of things keep popping up. This is the nature of our ordinary mind. But right now, let us purposely guide our mind to experience one of the most wholesome, peaceful states of the mind. This is the time to allow our mind to generate the most wholesome state. We all have this conducive environment to do that. Just like we allow a flower to blossom, we will allow this wholesome state of the mind, loving kindness, to blossom right now. We all have this beautiful, wonderful capacity to laugh with no self interest. We all have this capacity to genuinely wish well being to everyone. We have this willingness for everyone to be happy. We have this wish of well being. But sometimes it is buried underneath. But this is the time to bring it out and experience it and cultivate it. Let us now open our heart and generate that willingness for everyone to be well. Generate that good wish for everyone, that friendliness for everyone. Everyone is equally vulnerable to experience suffering. No one is free from suffering until and unless they are enlightened. So, no matter whatever the conditions they are in, all beings are equally vulnerable to suffering. Let us genuinely wish for all of them. Let us open our heart for everyone, just like when we see a little baby, smiling little baby. Or just like when we are taking care of a puppy or kitten or any other little creature. How open is our heart, our readiness to care, our willingness for the well-being of that creature. Let us open our heart just like that, with no reservation, just willingness, friendliness, genuine wish of well-being. Let that mind to open up generating this willingness with no restrictions. How good if all beings are well. We will cultivate this loving kindness gradually by making more and more wishes of loving kindness to everyone. We will start with ourselves. We will start with this living being. Just like any other living being, this living being also deserves loving kindness. All living beings include this living being too. We will start with this one, ourselves. Feel your presence. Feel your body and your being here. And direct that loving kindness to all of you. Just like you are so kind and ready to take care of a baby or little creature. Extend the same care and attention, acceptance, compassion to yourself, to this being. Let us genuinely wish with an attitude of acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. Let us wish. May this person sitting here, may I be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish to this whole body, genuinely wishing well-being, healing to this whole body. All these organs, all these systems of this body have helped us a lot to live this precious human life. We will genuinely wish healing, well-being to this whole body. May these lungs, even helping us right now to breathe, the whole respiratory system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this digestive system which help us to digest what we eat and to energize our body. The stomach, the liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digestive system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, the both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, the whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May all this body, may all the bones and all joints throughout the body, all these muscles, ligaments, and tendons, may this whole body be well, be healthy, be healed. Now we will expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to everyone else. We will make the same wish for all others with same genuineness and same intensity. May all people who are connected to my life, all the beloved family members, friends, may they all be well, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this close circle of people to anyone else, wholeheartedly wishing all other people to be relieved from suffering, to have some peace and well-being. May all people living in this whole surrounding area, no matter who they are, may all people in this whole surrounding area be well, be healthy, be healed. Expand this wish beyond this surrounding immediate environment to all other faraway places. There are many people living in faraway cities, states, and countries. Let's take a moment to think about them at least for a short while and genuinely wish well-being to all of them. May all people living in faraway cities, states, and countries in every direction, in the front, in the left, in the back, and in the right. May all of them, all people living near and far, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish beyond human beings to all other living beings. May all other life forms, all animals, from large ones to tiny ones, and all other life forms, may each and every living organism in this entire universe be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Loving kindness is limitless. It embraces all beings. It has no limits, no boundaries. Rejoice this wholesome state of the mind, embracing all beings. This whole genuine wish of well-being is so healing to our whole body and mind. Maintain this wholesome state of the mind and let your body to be healed by wishing well-being to all beings. Maintaining this genuine open-heartedness, loving kindness, we will now gently bring our attention to our breath and simply notice the movement of the breath as closely as we can. In this peaceful moment, you can feel the breathing going through your nostrils, passing behind your throat, filling your lungs. You can notice the outcoming breath coming through you, the inner walls of your nostrils, and touching your upper lips. Catch every breath you are taking from now onwards for a few minutes. Mindfully breathing, mindfully breathe out. Keep watching the breath. In this last few minutes, give your full effort to be with the breath. I will do a chant to help you to be with the breath. Throughout the chant, stay with the breath, rest with the breath. Sukhi diga yuko bhava Sukhi diga yuko bhava Sukhi diga yuko Genuinely come out for the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped your meditation practice tonight. Let us feel grateful to all the staff and the patrons of this library who allowed us to practice meditation here tonight. Let us also feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this bell, this chair, these air conditioning machines, and this device that help you to connect with this meditation from home. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So nice to have you all in this evening. Yeah, I wish you to carry this peace, calmness to the rest of the week. And may you remember to breathe, a long breath, long breath.
See you this weekend. Thanks for everything on the rest.